Paris, a cricketer no more. Ashleigh Barty confirmed the wisdom of her decision to return to professional tennis by winning her first Grand Slam singles title at the French Open on Saturday. She capped her comeback with a 6-1, 6-3 victory over Markéta Vondrousová, an unseeded 19-year-old from the Czech Republic. On paper, it was a surprise that Barty, a 23-year-old Australian, ended up the champion in Paris. She was seeded number 8 and has played comparatively little on clay, arriving at Roland Garros with only a 15-13 career record on the surface. But to those who have tracked her rise over the past 2 years, it was far from a shock. In a time of instability at the top of women's tennis, she reached the quarterfinals of the Australian Open in January, then won the Miami Open in March. She also has led Australia to Fed Cup victories this year over strong teams from the United States and Belarus. I think her game suits any surface, but she's just never really played a lot on clay, said Craig Tisser, her coach. There just hasn't been that much time for her to get used to it, but she's definitely using her game better on it. Barty is the first Australian woman to win the French Open since Margaret Court in 1973. She is a popular figure at home, where her all-court game, her modest and plain-spoken personality, and her family history have struck a chord with both the younger and older set. Her father, Robert, is an Indigenous Australian, and Barty, who is from Queensland, has taken on an increasingly prominent role as a tennis ambassador in that community, following the lead of Evonne Goolagong-Cawley, the 7-time Grand Slam singles champion who also has Indigenous roots. A tennis prodigy, Barty won the Wimbledon girls' title at age 15. She was long considered the next great Australian player, only to step away from the sport in late 2014 when she already was ranked in the top 50 in doubles. She was struggling with the expectations and the travel, and she decided to play professional cricket in Australia in 2015 before returning to the tennis circuit. Read more about Barty's cricket career. In June 2016, after she had resumed playing satellite events, Barty was ranked number 623. On Monday, she will be ranked number 2 behind Naomi Osaka. Relatively short for a modern-day women's tennis star at 5'5", Barty has a strong lower body that is the key to her explosive forehand and serve, giving her the leg drive to generate power and spin. Her forehand is heavy, an advantage on clay. She can also hit her backhand with 2 hands or chip it crisply with one, and she has excellent volleys, as her success in doubles makes clear. She won the United States Open women's doubles title last year with Coco Vandeweghe. Barty has the game to thrive on all surfaces, but what she has lacked has been the self-belief and ability to control her nerves under big match pressure. Since the end of last year, I think she's really improved in her capacity to handle situations better and whatever's thrown at her, whether it's weather or opponents or whatever, Tisser said. He attributes the improvement to her new maturity and to her work with Ben Crowe, an Australian mentor and performance coach who has worked with Australian rules football teams and professional athletes in other sports. I've been in discussions for a long time with him, but Ash just wasn't ready, Tisser said. It was Wimbledon last year that was the tipping point for both of us. The tennis was fine, but just her ability to emotionally handle some things wasn't great. So that sort of tipped her over the line. I think you've got to be ready to do it, and she was. She took a big step in that regard, and for me that made a massive difference not only in her tennis, but in just her growth generally in life as well. She had quite a draw in Paris, facing no player ranked in the top 10 and no former Grand Slam singles champions. But she still had to face some of her old demons in the semifinals on Friday, when she lost the first set in a tiebreaker to Amanda Anisimova, a 17-year-old American newcomer, after holding a 5-0 lead. Barty kept her composure to win, 6-7, 4-7, 6-3, 6-3. Now she is a Grand Slam singles champion. Not bad for someone still learning how to play on clay. She already feels comfortable on grass, which she considers her favorite surface. Watch out at Wimbledon next month.